G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life, and I'm here with my friend Jack and his delightful BMW 325i, and we're going to be comparing his muscular 2.5 litre rear wheel drive BMW with my not so muscular but also nearly 2.5 litre front wheel drive Honda Accord.
Alright, so first of all we're going to compare some interior features. I've got automatic headlights, automatic wipers, and dual zone climate control for the most part. However, my car is not optioned with heated seats, unfortunately.
Yes, well, unfortunately mine does not have auto lights or auto wipers. It does have dual zone climate control, and it also does not have heated seats.
Oh no. Does yours have an infotainment screen?
A very basic one, yes.
What does it do?
Well, I can listen to CDs on my 6 CD auto changer, and I can look at the clock, and I can play the radio, and that's about it.
What can your one do?
Well, I'm looking now at the thing I've pulled up. I can check the status of my brake fluid, the vehicle inspection, the engine oil, the overall vehicle check. And mine also has the ability to choose if you would like your air coming out the vents as soft, medium or intensive.
Well, let's move on to steering wheel controls. I've got cruise control and buttons to control the radio, and that's about it.
Well, there's something that you've got that I haven't. You have cruise control.
The Accord strikes back. Well, let's talk about engines next of all. So I have a 2.4 litre inline 4 with 140 kilowatt and 233 newton meters of torque,
Paired with a 6-speed manual transmission.
and my fuel economy rated, or what they reckon it'll do, is 9.1, but in general I've been averaging around about 7.5.
I have a 2.5 litre straight 6 and I have about 220-ish horsepower and 250 something newton meters of torque. I'm also paired with an automatic, unfortunately, but it is a 6-speed and it is a ZF. Oh, and my fuel consumption should be rated about 10 point something, I believe, but I've been averaging a horrible 13.5.
I see, but I get the automatic victory because mine's manual, is that right?
I can give you that.
I was just joking, but yes, fair enough. Well, I think the perfect combination would be your engine, but with this gearbox.
So as for exterior features on mine, I have adaptive xenon headlights. I've got the lights under each door handle.
And I believe I'd be right in saying you've also got keyless entry as well.
Yes, I do. I do have keyless entry.
So basically, on the exterior and interior, you have me well covered. I have boring halogen projector lights, and they're not automatic and they're not adaptive. Now we'll start talking about some of the exterior stylings. So my car has got 17-inch wheels. It rides sky high like a CRV, and it has the sports kit, which I think makes it look decent. It's not the best looking car out there, but overall, I think it's not too bad.
As for mine, my car also is optioned with the M Sport package, so that gives it an M Sport front bumper, M Sport rear bumper, so that ties it in quite nicely.
And your one also has a very delightful sounding exhaust system.
Yes, so I have changed the exhaust out, and I've since put on the exhaust from a 130i.
Why don't we slow down a bit here and give the people a sample of the noise. Alrighty, so it's at this point we're going to talk about the driving experience of these two cars. Now, to make it fair, we're going to swap drivers. I'm going to jump in the BMW and Jack's going to jump in the Honda. So first impressions of driving the BMW, the first thing I noticed straight away when I got in was that, wow, these seats are a lot more sporty than the ones in mine. And the next thing I noticed was that the ride is a lot firmer, but thankfully it's not like too bad. It feels really sporty, and the steering, wow, the steering feels way more direct than in my car, that's for sure. And this transmission is slick, man. The pedals work well. Engine sounds great through this exhaust, and it shifts quickly. It's really good. I really like it. But the throttle response is like lazy, to say the least. But this gearbox is good. It feels, when you're in gear, like it's got a manual. And it shifts fast, man. This is actually pretty surprising. I quite like this. In terms of overall power, it's interesting. I think the throttle response kind of dulls the experience a little bit, where it's quick, and you know that it's quick, because if you look down and see the rate that the speedo is going up, it's definitely moving up quite substantially. You know, second gear here. It shifts along very nicely indeed. But I think just you get used to the throttle response of a manual transmission car, where you put your foot down, it's just like, ah, and just takes off immediately. This one's kind of, it's not an instant response. Oh, rear-wheel drive, man. It is a lot better, that's for sure.
Alright, so what I'm noticing about the good old Accord is the transmission, firstly, is by far one of the best I've ever driven. And as well as that, the clutch is really nice too. I'm really liking that. I'm liking the visibility, although through the back window the spoiler blocks a little bit, but not that much. And it's got quite a bit of torque. The steering is nice because it's light. The mile it's hydraulic, and it is very heavy, and it can be quite cumbersome at lower speeds, especially around parking lots. You're kind of just heaving the wheel around like that. But in this, it is a very, it's direct, but it's not too tight. But it is quite phenomenal the way this handles, considering the type of car it is. You wouldn't really expect it to be that good. My car, I noticed, is not floaty, it's very stiff. This is a good balance between stiffness, cornering ability, daily drivability, comfort, all that. So it is quite nice.
Well, there we go. That just about concludes this comparison between these two cars. If we were to summarize them, I think we'd both agree that if you want a car that's nice and comfortable to drive on a big long journey, take the Accord. If you want something that's feature rich and fun to drive and does good skids and sounds better and has more features and is more powerful and is just kind of better in every way except reliability and fuel economy, get the BMW. So there we go. Thanks very much. Thanks, Jack, for coming out.
No worries.
And letting me borrow his delightful BMW, and we will look forward to seeing you again next time. Very nice. See you later.